Hey folks, trade recap for February 23rd, 2023. So we got two trades today. We took the 293 puts at 9:40 a.m. and we got out at 10:50 a.m. for 95%. And then in the afternoon, we got that afternoon squeeze after a big down day. So we got in the 295 calls. And we finished off getting out of the position up here at 133%. Peeled out a little bit down here, where it started peeling out right here, 45. I already had a big win on the day from the morning trades, so didn't want to put too much risk on. So we took 10 out at 37%, 45, took another 10 out at 91, 75, and then the last 10 come out at 133%. So, and these were called out live right here, 7 hours, right a couple minutes before I took them. Puts looking nice. And there we go, 90% on the puts. They went up a lot. And then the calls right here, afternoon squeeze or dead cat bounce. I saw the chart starting to curl up in the afternoon, and I had a pretty good feeling to be an end of the day squeeze. I'm going to put up a little video after this about the end of the day squeeze. This is a classic move that you see all the time. It happens on a big down day and it starts to curl and short out at the end of the day. And these shorts they can't close short. They don't have the margin for it. They have to clear the position. So that's why this happens. But I'll go into that more in the training video. Same thing, 295 calls looking nice right now. This was before I went in the position. They did go up a lot. I'll show you in a second. So right there, I was all out, 130%. It's all on my Twitter if you want to go there. I do have a Discord. It's not really set up yet, but probably in the near future we will. So these calls, this is what I want to look at here. So right around, and this is a little bit early. It's not usually that end of the day squeeze. Usually isn't until about 1:30. Really, you start to see it. But around 12, I started seeing these higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. And then it did this big pump, and that's just short cover. Boom, that come up real quick. And once that happened on the Renko bars, that's when we got this signal bar coming up. So on the Qs, once this shorted out, we got that trend change signal, and I waited for the retracement, and I saw this wick right here. I saw it would come down and poke up, come down, poke up, and I saw it was hitting this pivot point, and there was another one right back here too. There's another pivot down there, and it just kept coming right down to it, pulling up. So for the risk, I just took the trade. We took way out of the money just to keep it cheap. So that's what we did, as you can see. So it was at at the time, where were we here? So right down here. So it was at 293, and I took the 295 calls. So I didn't expect it to go quite that far, but it did. So anyways, we got 133% on that. But what could we have got? If you wanted to hold a runner, which I should have did, this thing went nuts. Absolutely nuts. If you wanted to hold a runner to the end of the day from my call, you would have had over 1,000% trade. Over 1,000% to highs. And that would have been perfect. 15.35, so that's 330. And on these short setups, I'll do that in my training video. You'll see it around that last half hour, then it starts to tank back out. So this was a textbook play, but yeah, we had 1,000% potential there. We just take what we need. In the morning. So for this one, we got our signal bar in the morning. This isn't all I use, but this is a big part of it. It's a uni Renko bar for NinjaTrader. So we got our signal bar in the morning, 9:38. I usually wait for about a 10 tick retracement right now. I always take it on the retrace. Okay, and the reason I take it on the retrace is because when it's tracing, these options they're melting. So you want to take them when they're melting, and then you get that quick pop back up. So we got the signal. Got about 10 ticks back from the top of that bar I just entered. Blasted through that support, almost broke highs. Had to hold through some pain there. I think we had to hold through about a 60%. What was it? So from our entries to lows there, yeah, we had to hold through a 60% pullback. But if you go closer to in the money, it wouldn't be as much. But I was doing deep into the money today. Looking for those big moves. On a day where it's going to be less volatile, you might want to go closer into the money. So that was that play. So this is how I do it, right? I take this as the futures. I run Renko bars on the futures. I read price action on the ETF. This is all the Nasdaq. I read price action on there. And then I take puts or calls, whether if I want to go long or short. Single leg, 0 DTE, maximum like 3 out of the money, but depending on the day, depending on the range, it could be 1 strike in the money or at the money. It just depends on the day. So that was the recap for today, and I'm going to put up a training video on the end of the day squeeze, because today was a perfect day for that. Thanks.